take me higher. The bigger the better, baby. You know what I say. This is so perfect. More flavor, more comfort, more fun, more family, more joy, more color, and a little bit more spice. This is good mood comfort food. Okay guys, today we are making my favorite banana bread in the entire world, because who doesn't love banana bread? I feel like everybody needs a classic recipe that they can go to again and again. And this one has been on my site for years, probably like 7 years. Everybody loves it. And it's unique for a few different reasons. One, we use a little bit of brown butter. Not much, but it makes a big difference. Adds those caramel, nutty notes. You know how I feel about brown butter. Two, we use Greek yogurt. Adds tons of protein and it keeps the banana bread moist for days. Three, we use a white whole wheat flour or a whole wheat pastry flour. And then four, there's something else, I'm forgetting it. Oh, there we go. It's sweetened pure maple syrup, so it's naturally sweetened. Thank you, Mike.
I know your recipe.
Too many tips, too many tips.
And I know this recipe.
Anyway, we're gonna get started and make this banana bread. I promise you guys, you are gonna love it just as much as my family does. So let's get started and do it up. We're at the stove and we are getting to brown some butter over a medium heat. We're gonna use about 6 tablespoons of butter here. Let's slap that in there, maybe a little bit more. I'm eyeballing it, but don't do that at home. I've made this recipe so many times, I know exactly what's going on. If you haven't browned butter before, it is a fantastic way to add a nutty caramel note to any baked goods or even pasta. So if you haven't done it before, I show you how to do it from start to finish in my coffee cake YouTube video, so check it out. But essentially what happens here is that the butter melts, then it crackles and foams, the milk solids fall to the bottom of the pan and they brown and get nice and toasty, and that's what gives it that beautiful nutty caramel flavor. And I talk with my hands. Eat. All right, this is looking really good. It's that nice dark golden amber color that I really like to see when I'm making brown butter. So we're gonna remove this from the heat and go make our banana bread. Are you guys ready? Because I am ready. We're gonna start out with 3 super ripe bananas. We want them heavily spotted. Lots of brown spots are a good thing, and especially great if you have bananas in the freezer. You can just defrost them and throw them into this banana bread. So we're gonna peel these, add them in. I like to use extra large, extra ripe bananas. The bigger the better, baby. You know what I say. Why does everything get so sexual? I don't know. One little thing that I like to use is a meat masher. So this has many different applications. You can use it to mash avocados for guacamole, or you can use it to mash your bananas. A potato masher also works, but this is just an easy way to do it. Millie's at my feet. Hi, Millie. We're making banana bread. She'll eat anything. Just keep going. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're gonna get rid of that and add in our egg. A lot of banana bread recipes only call for 1 egg, but I am using 2 eggs because I like a little bit of a fluffier banana bread. It's fluffier, it's higher, it's got a really nice crumb. It's just better. Next up, Greek yogurt. I've talked a lot about Greek yogurt in the past, but I always love to use a whole milk Greek yogurt that's plain in my recipes. It adds a little bit of extra fat in there, and that will help to keep the banana bread moist, especially when you're not using as much butter. If you wanted to make this dairy-free, I have options for you. You can use a dairy-free butter, such as Miyoko's. You can also use a virgin coconut oil. That will add a ton of flavor. And then make sure you use a dairy-free yogurt. I like to use Siggy's plant-based cups. They have an awesome vanilla cinnamon flavor that's fantastic in this. Or you could use Foragers and then just use dairy-free chocolate chips. Boom. Oh, vanilla. A heavy pour. And we are sweetening this bread with pure maple syrup, which I love. You could also use honey. However, sometimes when you bake with honey, it can burn the top of the bread. So maybe just use maple syrup. If you don't want your bread to burn, use maple syrup. Only 1/3 cup. It's another part that's awesome about this banana bread is that we are using less sugar, and you would never know. Mix this all together until it's well combined. It's not sexy, but there you go. All right, setting this aside, and it is time for our dry ingredients. I am using white whole wheat flour in this recipe. It has all the benefits of a whole wheat flour, but it's just a little bit lighter. And so whole wheat pastry flour will also do the trick. Same thing if you can't find white whole wheat flour. As always, if you aren't weighing your flour, you want to fluff it up and then you want to scoop it and level it off with the back of a butter knife. Now, a little dash of cinnamon. I love cinnamon in my banana bread. Who the doesn't love cinnamon?
I love cinnamon.
Okay. Oh my God, remember that cinnamon challenge that people were doing?
Yeah.
That was awful.
Why?
Why?
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do
Me
it.
either.
Should I do it now?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, great content. A little kosher salt, and then we're using 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Gonna give that a little whisk, and that's just to distribute the baking soda evenly with the flour so you're not getting lumps of baking soda when you make your banana bread. Next, what we're gonna do is add all of the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. This is looking a little lumpy, and that is totally okay. It's important that you don't overmix at any point during the banana bread making process, and we still have to add our brown butter in. Look at how glorious this is. Mike, thirsty?
Yes.
Pour that in, get all of those bits. And then you're just gonna gently fold the brown butter into the mixture. All right, like I said, don't overmix. Just until it's perfectly combined, and this looks great. The brown butter is in there, smells incredible, cinnamon, caramel notes, banana. We are ready to make our banana bread. No, we're not, because we need to add chocolate chips. Favorite chocolate chip brand ever, so, so good. I'm gonna add about a ½ cup. Measure from the heart. Give that a gentle stir. That looks really good. Now, you don't have to add chocolate chips, but who doesn't love chocolate chips? My kids do. All right, time to get the banana bread baking in the pan. I've got an 8.5 by 4.5 inch pan, approximately, I think. You can use an 8x4, it doesn't matter. I don't like to use a 9x5 for this because I don't find that the banana bread gets as tall. And I like a tall, fat, little fluffy loaf, you know? Oh, that little fluffy guy. All right, you're gonna get your parchment paper and cut a strip. I never do perfect parchment paper, so it's whatever to me. Just has to go in here so that you can lift it out. Spray it first. That's intense. All right, put it in there. I like to put it in upside down. So you see how it's curling like this? It's curling in. Put it the curling in way so that it slips out. Not it. The cooking spray will help it to stick to the sides of the pan. All right, we are ready to pour our banana bread mixture in there. Ready to dump this in. Get in here, Erin. If you wanted to, you could absolutely bake these as muffins. Just bake them at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes until a tester comes out clean. Now, what I like to do with my banana breads is always throw a little extra chocolate chips on top. We wanna make them sexy, we wanna make them cute. Just really go for it. Can you take me higher? Creed. I have a quick tip for you if you are making quick breads. You know when your quick breads rise and sometimes they come out a little bit lopsided, they'll kind of crack open on the sides. Well, if you wanna prevent that, all you need to do is get a butter knife and then you're gonna run it through the middle of your bread about a ½ inch in. You're gonna create a slice in there before baking. And then once you bake it, you'll have a beautiful crack in the middle. Just wait and see. All right, we are gonna bake this for about an hour, probably 50 to 60 minutes until it's nice and golden brown on the top and a tester comes out clean. Goodbye. The bread is nice and cool, and we are ready to cut into it. I'm very excited because it looks absolutely amazing. You know how we do, always with a little sprinkle of sea salt for that sweet and saltiness. How beautiful does that look? Absolutely gorgeous banana bread. Let's get into it. So beautiful. A nice thick slice. Thick, thick, thick. Yum. I'm ready to dig in. This is how I like to eat my banana bread, is with a little bit of peanut butter on top. So I'm gonna add that. Peanut butter, banana, chocolate. It's one of my favorite combos of all time. This is so perfect. I can taste the brown butter, a little hint of cinnamon, banana. I love the peanut butter on top, and of course chocolate. And I don't know about you, but if I ate this, because I'm eating, and trust me when I say that this is bound to put you in a good mood. Cheers.